we cannot expect blind people to accept or navigate or move like us, right? And so I sit there and I look at some other blind people that I know are visually impaired, and I'm like, why are they not doing this by themselves, or why can't they do this? Like, they need, that's ridiculous that they can't. But
Yeah.
I have to remind myself, okay, you're not them.
Yeah.
And people accept and embrace and do, become independent. Yes, in different stages at their own time, not in my time.
It's not a race for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
We face our problems every day. It seems they'll never fade away. The world may bring us down. Tonight we're gonna turn it around. So let's put it all on the table. Talk about it if you're willing and able. Life's love and insecurities, and a laugh or two. Come and take a seat. So bring your concerns to us. Together we can discuss what's on your mind. No matter what you go through, just know we'll be here for you every time. Let's talk about it. Blind table talk. Let's talk about it. Blind table talk. We gotta be about it. Go ahead and walk the walk. So let's talk about it. Blind table talk. Let's talk about it.
What's going down, y'all? Welcome back to the Blind Table Talk. I am your host, Fleeks, also known as the security of the community. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. And I am your host, Saida Victoria, aka Sassy Sy, your blind butterfly. Welcome, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming again this week to check us out. We appreciate all of you very, very much.
Real talk, all the love, what I'm saying, that y'all sharing, that y'all, the support that y'all bring. Like, hey, big salute, big ups. Hey, man, I'm so happy about this episode. Like, we changed it enough for everybody.
I know. I am excited too. Y'all know we got our BVI roundtable coming up, so we got some guests from our community.
And then we bringing back our interview segment. So, man, I can't wait for y'all to hear what we got in store for y'all. Like, but before we jump into all that, we gotta get into a little few things, huh?
Yes. So first, let's just make our, what do you always say?
Let's dot our I's and cross our T's, baby. This meat and potato time. Y'all feel this? All right, let's get ready.
Visit our website, y'all, www.blindtabletalk.com. And there you can also join our email list. It's easy to do. Just fill it out, hit submit, and you will be able to receive our newsletters and stay up to date on what BTT has going on, because there's a lot, y'all.
For sure. And also, don't forget about our YouTube channel. That's Blind Table Talk. You can like, subscribe, and share. You can find all of our interviews and our full version, of the interviews on there as well. The uncut version. We have our book club. There's so much more that's on our channel that we would love for y'all to go check out. And don't forget about the prize and the cash drawings that you can receive from that as well. So don't miss out, y'all.
Yes, comment. We need to hear y'all's feedback. And if you don't want to do that, email us at info@blindtabletalk.com. I know that, this is a time where we typically want to jump into the show, right? But I do have to.
Little hot topic real quick we need to drop. Yes.
This is definitely a hot topic. I know you have seen, just like I have, and this new, DEI.
Everyone is on an outrage, like,
yes. For real. And what a lot of people don't realize is that A was added. That stands for accessibility. And so it does affect a lot of us in our BVI community. It can affect. But here's the thing. Facebook, and you probably even can attest to this. I have seen so many posts that have gone on about this, right? Yeah. I've seen comments that have been made, because people are like wrong, saying, well, that's not what it is. It's, ABC, XYZ.
Hmm.
And here's
This
the
and
thing.
that, and this is not
Yes.
correct. This is what's going to happen, and
But you
go
know
ahead, drop it
what?
for them. Yes.
No, but the thing about it is some of these people that are saying things, when I read those, I'm like, oh damn, this person knows what they're talking about. Like this or
You really feel that way.
you
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
but then
yeah. I know where
somebody
you're
else
coming from.
will comment right
And I'll be
under
like,
them
oh, okay,
that,
well,
yeah,
this makes
that
more
says
sense as well.
yes,
Yeah. But
exactly.
truthfully, y'all, at the
Yeah,
end of the day, right now, man,
nobody
no one
knows.
knows.
No, I mean that's not an understatement.
No one
Nobody
knows.
knows. And
That's
just
real.
so y'all know, I have reached out to different agencies, different even government officials to try to get somebody to come to the table, right?
So many unanswered questions, y'all.
They
They don't know right
they
now.
won't come. They won't come to the table because they said they don't know. And so that we would be in the same boat. And so the best advice that was given, which I do agree, because look, these Facebook posts, I mean, although, people may
It's
mean
like
well
Wikipedia.
and they think, yes,
It's like
exactly.
Wikipedia, y'all.
Yeah,
Like
because
we
you
got to
got in
be careful
trouble
with the
in
sources
school if
that
you
you
used
see.
Wikipedia,
Real
right?
talk.
you know, um,
Hey,
it's like
cited.
a bunch of pookie in them.
Real.
We do not need to listen to what people say. And
Do your research, baby.
yes, do your
Real.
research. And not only that, don't waste your time arguing back and forth with some of these people. Okay. Either way, whatever your belief is, whatever it is, you know, that's fine, but you're not going to change anybody's mind and nobody's going to change
Mm-mm.
your mind. But
At
at the end of
all.
the day, your information is still coming from you.
Yeah.
If the best thing if you want to do is share a link for a don't waste your time with your words. Share a reputable link to someone that can back up what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Few
Um,
places, disabilityrights.com,
yes,
what's
that's one
another
of them.
one?
The ADA, there's the
Yeah,
ADA
yeah.
rights,
It's a few places y'all can do your research on, man.
and we will, there will be links in the description of this actual episode. So you can click on hey, you have some questions, click on those links. Okay. And then the other thing that I do want to share that I was made aware of today is be careful with your, um, especially on the phone. I don't know if it's as much as on the computers, but when you're searching through Google, when you're searching through Safari, all of those things, when these links that come up in the descriptions, they're excerpts from, the full versions, right? And some
Hmm.
excerpts can be misleading because it will say something and then you can run with that, but
Hmm.
you don't know the full story.
Yeah.
So before you run with what those Google searches results are and all that, make sure you click on that little link that's next to it that will expand and open up the whole
Open it all the
story.
way. Yes, indeed. Read the full
Okay.
clip.
And make sure it is a reputable site,
Yes, indeed.
because, I always say them Pookie and them sites, you don't know who it is. Let me quit saying that before
I
somebody come for
claiming
me.
evidence, baby.
But
Size.
yeah, but just make sure these sites, official government sites that, they would have the information and
Yeah.
organizations that, work with the government and represent the government, like disability rights. I know we have disability right Texas, and I think there's a disability rights in every state.
Every state, I believe so.
Um,
And you have
and
the ADA,
and
as
the AD,
well.
and that is those are federal
Yeah.
laws. So, go to those type of sites to get your information, okay? Because you want to be informed and not run with the misinformation.
At this point, even the upper scholars, the collars, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to say Pookie and them,
Yeah, I
I don't
know
want
this.
I don't really want to say like a Bradley or or a
Yeah,
Michael,
right. No,
even them,
but
the ones that you feel they're working for like these city jobs or agency, and they feel like they speak
they
well or
know.
whatnot.
Yes,
It sounds good, y'all, it might be somewhat, but as we have
it's
learned, it's
I.
unanswered, man. They
They
don't
don't
know.
know. They don't know. And I was specifically, you're so right about that. I was told that even lawyers, that are, they might be lawyers, they don't know either. Yeah,
Yeah,
they might, have a lot of knowledge about different, facts
friends in
about
high
laws.
places or
Yes,
whatnot. Yeah,
no,
they don't
nope,
know.
nobody knows. And so just know that. Okay.
Yeah,
Nobody knows how this is going to affect the BVI community or disabled people, period.
bro.
Okay. It's just too new. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
All
enough
right,
about that.
enough beating that horse up real quick.
I
We had to
know.
drop that on the table for y'all, a little hot plate
Yes.
real quick. Hope that y'all
Yes.
enjoyed that little snack. But let's get
Yes.
into the whole meat and potatoes of the episode, baby. I love this.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
We have a great show for you all
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have our BVI roundtable for you with some good discussions on
Man,
there.
what? I'm loving the people who sat down with us, man. Y'all get to hear some just different perspective. Y'all just don't hear us talk, all the time. So, hey,
Yes.
and
And
ooh, what?
no, you
Hey,
love this one. This
mm,
one was our
mm,
interview with
mm.
Melva
Oh
Henderson
my
and
goodness.
her cast of her play that she has coming out. And
Man,
Joseph was
beautiful.
in Lady Heaven, weren't
Man,
you,
what?
Joseph?
Yeah, I didn't really have much to say. I sat back with them headphones on and like, boy, I just can't wait for people to listen to this. It's so
Yes.
beautiful and so
And
positive. Man.
and stay tuned because Melva, who happens to be a good friend of
Hey,
ours,
Melva.
she is dropping an exclusive, something that she has not told anyone yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
she has brought it to the table and to release it to you, our listeners. And so you get to find out some exciting
What
news
that
that
is,
Melva
yes,
has going on.
indeed.
So,
Mm.
so
Big
y'all
salute, y'all.
kick back, pull up that chair.
Y'all know it. Let's get into it.
Blind table talking.
All right, welcome to our BVI roundtable. I'm so happy that y'all enjoying us tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got us a
Yes.
good episode with y'all. We got us some lovely people with us to the table. And so let's go and jump into it.
Yes, yes. So we are so happy that you all have joined us this week, and we are excited about this roundtable. We have two fantastic blind and visually impaired individuals at the table, and I would like to start with introducing our first one. He is a massage therapist. He is a father of three. He likes fishing and watching sports. Please welcome to the table, Jamal.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity and the
Welcome.
invitation.
Yes,
Thank
indeed.
you.
Welcome, my brother. Yes, indeed.
Appreciate
And
it.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also, we have another guest joining us at the table. She's a beautiful teacher, a avid book reader. You know what I'm saying? Real cool and smooth. Miss Reannn, welcome to the table, love.
Thank you for
Welcome.
having me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We really appreciate y'all for sitting down with us, you know what I'm saying, and just letting our listeners hear another perspective, another view. We're gonna chop it up and keep it real all day long.
Yes. So, as you guys know, what our roundtable is BVI topics and discussions that are out there. And so for the first one, and I know listeners, you have heard me and Fleeks talking about this throughout the shows, and it is about the word amazing. Okay. The word amazing is an amazing word.
Hmm.
Yes. Right.
Hmm. So
So
amazing.
right. But I just want to know for you guys how you feel when that's used in things that sighted people do every day, right? Things that are so simple for us, like, I say this, Lucy, and it might be extreme, but tying your shoe, you know,
Hmm.
things that we do, walking across the street,
So
using our
everyday
cell phones.
function type things, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
just
And so, it's like you are so amazing. And that just irks my nerves. I cannot stand it. And so I wanted to, try to see if, is that just me? Am I tripping when I get so like really irritated and I want to just like slap somebody when they say that to me? But then is there times when it's okay to be amazing?
So I used to get really like rubbed the wrong way when I heard stuff like
oh
that because
she with you.
um
Yes.
well I had a colleague of mine tell me a couple years ago, she's like, "You're so brave." And it's along the same lines, not the word
Right.
amazing in this particular instance, but I was like, "Why?" Because for
Yeah.
me, I don't have a choice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's a
Exactly.
choice. I feel like if you're, you know what I mean, it's sort of extreme. Like you're either going to give up on life or you're going to stand up and give it what you got. And so for
Yeah.
me, I'm like, I don't feel amazing. I feel like I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Real
But
talk.
I've been changing my mind about it though. I feel like we should just claim it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's I like
No.
the little flip of the coin.
Yeah, and I'm going to speak on that in a minute, but I want to hear Jamal's first. But I'm with you too, Reannn. So, Jamal, what are your thoughts?
So I get this a lot, just by people who may like drive me to work or pick me up from work,
Mm-hmm.
or just people who come across me and hear my story, and I get up and go to work and pay my bills and things like that, and they're like, it's so amazing,
Amazing.
or how do you do it? If it was me in this
Hmm.
situation, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
kind of look at it like this, like, if I had to, climb a mountain and somebody else had, if I had a 50-pound bag on my back, I still got to climb that mountain. Just because it's a little harder or a little
Yeah.
different, don't mean that I still don't have to do what I have to do, So that's
Real
kind of
talk.
how I look at it. To me, it's not amazing, but to other people, they see that to them it's harder because they have their vision, so they can't imagine not having it. So I understand why they say it, but to me, I'm like y'all. I'm like, I have to do it. It has to be done. So I don't look
Yeah.
You
at it
must do
like,
it.
I'm still humble about it.
No,
Good
but
word. Good
Jamal,
word.
that's a good point though,
For real.
because you're saying you're helping me to like even what you just saying that's like, well, damn, maybe I should like ease up a little bit and understand that maybe they do think we're amazing. But I still
It's off
want
the
to,
energy too, though, huh?
yeah, that's
Because
true.
I've been in a situation where because I get the whole table like the view, and I
Yeah.
relate to it both ways because I'm a little hard about it at times, because it's just all right, I just got into the Uber car, like, man, you so amazing, bro, you just found that, like, all right, bro, like
Yeah.
this, I got into the car like everyone else, what I'm saying, that's just
Yeah.
it's a typical thing. However, though, I get it in the mindset. I was at school, did a whole presentation in front of the whole student body, the way I was navigating the stage and everything. Few people came up to me like, man, you just amazing for just, the approach you gave and just, your moxie of and everything you're doing. I'm like, all right, everybody give presentations up here, but I get it. Like it's what it is. But we just out here doing it because we must do what we must do or lay down. And it's like, who wants to really choose that option to lay down? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's so that's the thing though. And so okay, for Jamal's situation, like going to work, right? So he's amazing for being a man and going to work as he should,
Right.
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 you know, and even your presentation, everybody got up and did a presentation.
Exactly.
I
So I'm the most
so
amazing
you're
one because I got up
right.
there. Yeah, exactly.
And you probably didn't do the best in the class. There's probably others that did, a better presentation than you did. Let's
Visually
just
Okay, I
all the
see
say,
what
way.
you're saying.
Exactly. Yep.
but you're still the amazing one because you got up there and as Reann's word, you're brave.
Right.
So,
That's a good word. Yeah.
yeah, I just don't think that people think about what they're saying, but what we do may be amazing or people in their eyes. And one of the things that Jamal, you said about when people say, "Oh, I couldn't imagine." I've actually had somebody tell me that I wasn't so amazing, and if they went blind, they would just die.
Yeah, I've heard
I've
that.
heard
Yep.
it. Yeah, I've heard that as
Yeah,
well.
and
Yeah, people say
so I'm
that.
just like, so I'm like, dang, that's how you think of yourself. Like you go blind and you would die. I mean, I just
Yeah,
that
they like they
irritated
just
me in a
give
way.
up.
Like,
They
yeah,
don't like they. I've heard
exactly,
people say like, "Man, I just don't know what I would do." I'm like, you
right.
just would stop.
You
That's
would,
that's
yeah,
I've even had a deep conversation with a parent trans driver because I felt that type of energy, and I was just like, "So you really telling me if you went blind, you just done? You just not gonna do anything? You got children?" And they just thought about it for a second. I was like, you know what? I guess you got you have to deal
yeah,
with it.
And see, in
yeah.
that type of situation, I think we starting to get into like the strength of that person or the
Yeah,
ambition of that
that
person.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes, right.
Because I've
That's what
seen
I
it
was
both
thinking
ways. I've
too.
seen like people go blind and not do well, and I've
Yeah,
seen people go blind and excel also.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Mhm.
yeah.
So in 2002, I was 20 years old, and I got the opportunity to work at a summer camp in North Carolina called Camp Dogwood, Lake Norman. Shout out. Um, so
Hmm.
I got to, for the first time, be a part of a bigger community of blind people because where I grew up, where I started going blind, I didn't know any other blind people.
Hmm.
So it was mostly adults. And what Jamal just said, like, not everybody's good at being blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Right.
some people, they expect to be coddled. Their family
Yeah.
coddled them. And some people, they're really depressed about it. They get upset very easily. They get lost inside of their own quarters. Like they don't have the mental spatial relations to be able to map out their surroundings.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that because I've been called amazing by other blind people because I only use a cane in like an unfamiliar environment, you know. So because like she said, because you can mentally map something out, other blind people may think that that's amazing.
Yeah.
That you can do that.
Yeah.
That is true. And you know, the thing about it, guys, with the blind people, the sad part is that we cannot expect blind people to accept or navigate or move like us, right? And so I sit there and I look at some other blind people that I know are visually impaired, and I'm like, you know, why are they not doing this by themselves, or why can't they do this? Like they need, that's ridiculous that they can't. But
Yeah.
I have to remind myself, okay, you're not them,
Yeah.
and people accept and embrace and do, you know, become
In different ways.
independent. Yes, in different stage at their own time, not in my time.
It's not a race for everybody. You know?
Exactly.
And you know, I'm guilty of that thought process as well. Cause you know, coming from like losing the sight at 16, and so still having some of that visual type of memory. So I can relate when I understand when Jamal like I don't use my cane in certain areas, and people looking at me like, you can see like, nah, I don't have no say. It's like, man, well, you doing the things you're doing. I just be thinking like, okay, why y'all not? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all not? But it's like, nah, that's not the right thought process, because not everybody has the same journey, or you know, had like some. For
it's
me,
the
when I became
confidence too.
Yeah, because sometimes you just get pushed out there. Like for
And it's a
I had
skill
support,
too.
but some people just push you out
Skills.
there.
Yes,
You're right.
exactly. That is,
And you have to
skills.
develop them skills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
Well, it's so funny, you guys. My aunt, no, she's not my aunt. She's my cousin. She, you know, she told this to somebody else and it got back to us, but she told my family members that Joe was faking being blind.
I've heard that. I've heard that before. I've heard that before.
Just because the way I'm
You and
navigating through
Stevie
the house and
Wonder.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, my first thought was like, who the hell wants to fake being blind? Like,
I love it.
like I
absolutely
just
love it.
like, why would he just walk around here to the world on and nobody knows except for you that he's faking being blind. And so that goes to show with those, and you know, and maybe what she should have said was, he's amazing for navigating the way that he does, you know. That's what she should have said, because and now when we're sitting here talking about this, if I was sighted, which I used to be, and I was looking, you know, at some of my friends, myself even, and seeing the things that we do, I may have said, that's amazing. Now that I'm, you know, as I think about it, I'm like, damn, that's amazing. Like they're out here, they're doing it, they're doing this, they're doing that. And so to go more to what you said, Jamal, is like they probably do think it's amazing.
Yeah, they do.
We're not all the same though, you know?
Yeah, right.
All blind people are not the same. We're not a monolith. And some of us like have a level of audacity that others don't.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, I want to try everything. I feel like as an adult, it's my right to fail. You know,
right?
And so
like everybody else.
That particular instance when I got called brave, I took my little 5-year-old ice skating, and can't use your cane because you're too tall with ice skates. It doesn't really. It's not long enough. Anyway,
but that's lit.
Yeah,
I do all kinds of stuff that I think most people would be terrified to leave the house. If all of a sudden you couldn't see, they would just stay at home. They would be too scared.
And see, that's what I think a lot of people are really wanting to, like, you know, it's the strength of the person. That's what they're really just, you know, caught on, you know, just seeing that person out there, just because it's a fear for everyone. That's why they say these things. Like, man, I couldn't imagine going blind, or couldn't imagine doing what you do, because they're afraid of, you know, it's a fear. They're scared. So it's really like, I really believe in they really they're pointing out the strength of that individual person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In these moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. I can see that.
Yeah. And then if you think about it, I mean, I never, as a sighted person, I never could have, if I couldn't imagine going blind either. I wouldn't say that if I went blind, hey, guess what? You could still live a full, happy life, even though you can't see. That's not what I would be thinking, So
Mhm.
blind is to somebody who has not experienced is probably, like death to them.
Scary, yeah.
So, so, you know what I forgot to do though, and I'll make sure that but can each of you tell us, Reannn, will you start and tell us your vision? Are you visually impaired? Are you totally blind? What is your?
I am visually impaired, but I'm having a rapid decline because of hormones.
Mm,
So my onset of my disability happened when I hit puberty. And so now that I'm going through another, you know what I mean? I'm like in my
change.
40s.
Yeah.
Things are changing slightly.
Right.
So I'm just experiencing a decline. So, well, like when I look in the mirror, I can't really see the left side of my face. And I don't have hardly any central vision. And I have issues with light and dark transitioning and color, and things are a mess. I can't even tell you. I can't even just say like, oh, it looks blurry, because it's not easy to describe.
Got it. Well, guess what? You're freaking amazing.
I heard it.
Doing that
And
shit,
brave
girl.
too.
Yeah, and brave,
Yeah,
right?
and brave. Very, very
Jamal, what
much.
about you?
I'm totally blind. I've been blind since I was 3. I had retinoblastoma, so
Mhm.
Okay, so you have no sight at
no
all.
vision,
Yeah, no vision.
not at all.
Awesome. Well, I say awesome. Nothing against you, Reannn, but
Well,
I'm
just trying to be
total. So I'm like,
amazing.
I love. Yes, right.
Right, look.
So you
I
really
guess
are
I can
amazing,
settle
Jamal.
for
Yes,
Y'all
awesome.
are amazing. All right, that's what it
yes.
is.
Yeah.
I am so glad. Okay, so anything else about amazing before we go on to the next topic?
So that's another way to look at it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop being so hard on people that think I'm amazing. And you know what? I said, damn it, I am amazing. You're right.
Right,
That's what I'm gonna
right,
say.
right.
Just
Take the compliments.
lean
Yeah.
into it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, thank you. All right. So for our next discussion, Mr. Fleeks, you gonna lead us into that one?
Yes, and this is a good transition into this. So we're gonna get into the invisible weight that is felt when you are in everyday function. And let me explain more. So post went up recently, and I shared this amongst the group, and it was basically getting at being visually impaired, and going, say you're amongst at a gathering, and at this gathering, you know, you feel the weight of like people looking around, talking amongst each other, having that eye contact, but you don't feeling like you don't belong. You asking to go to the restroom, and it's just like it almost feel like it's a huge deal, or everyone is looking at you in such a way, and so it just puts that like kind of almost that pressure. It's like, man, it's for people, and I've heard some people say like I get excited when I'm amongst gathering group. Like I just sit down and wait. I don't even ask like to go nowhere, things like that. So it's like that type of topic. Like is that felt all the way around? This invisible way just being amongst the social side of community.
I believe it is. I believe there are healthy ways to deal with it and kind of learn to get yourself into the vibe a little more than sitting on the outside. But I do believe it's a real thing, and I felt it, and I feel it even today. Like I feel it. Um, it's definitely a real thing. It's definitely a real thing for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off on the rest, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I
say.
got you.
Because I
got you.
feel you,
Yeah,
Jamal. I
yeah,
know there's more coming.
yeah.
So let's get our inputs and then
Reannn,
let's give
you
some
got some
tips
for
and
us.
stuff. Yeah.
No, I agree with him. This is an issue for me. I would like tips.
Yeah,
But,
that is.
yeah. So, because if I know I have to go into a large room, I'm very type A little bit OCD. Like I want to show up early. I want to be there before other people so that
they're
they
not
come in
looking
and
at
see
you.
me.
Yeah.
I have a little strategy to it. Or I make sure to show up with another person.
Yeah.
So even if it's another blind person,
Yeah,
we could
it
talk
makes
to
a
each other.
difference. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you know,
Sassy,
well,
what you feel?
you already know me. I don't fool with no sighted gatherings. I don't like them. I don't go. I won't go. If I have to go, I'm probably not in a good place. I don't want to be there. This includes family, friends, sighted family. If I'm the only blind person there, I don't want to be there. I won't go. Um,
Hmm.
I am more comfortable around, blind people, which is why that's my community. It's
That's
who
yeah,
I
that's your
gather at
niche.
because I feel very, and the invisible thing that is because even though they see me, they don't see me,
Yeah, no, it's so real.
and I
It's so
feel
real.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, even from my experience, I have a lot of sighted friends, my siblings, so I hang out with them a lot. And even I have to take my breaks because even still being around them, I know they have nothing but love, but it's
Yeah.
like I found myself at times like, man, I have to kind of modify, do a little bit more to kind of be around, or if I sit down and include myself in a game of dominoes, I'm asking my boys like just call the ends, or that's your numbers, and you have everyone not do so. I'm just like, man, all right, I gotta deal with this, and try to
Yeah.
make yourself more involved. So I really that invisible way it is real, like for real.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But the thing is, and I know a lot of us, um, I myself am a social butterfly. I like to be in crowds. I like to be around people, but I also have to be comfortable and confident. And I think for me, it's an insecurity. I am insecure around sighted people because I just feel like I'm being watched, but in a negative way if I
You
am seen.
are. You are being
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
watched.
you are
Yeah,
being
yeah,
watched.
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah.
But the thing about it is, so are they. They are watching each other. They're watching us. They're watching.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I guess my advice, because I'm not like this great public speaker or nothing like that, but just being around sighted people, because I work with sighted people every
Mm.
day. I really don't hang around a lot. I don't have a lot of blind friends, so I'm just used to
Mhm.
being around a lot of sighted people. But I guess my advice that I had to learn, which took a long time, is that it's okay. It's okay to be blind. It's okay that you're the only blind one there. It's okay to be different. It's okay that because your personality, people love people that like you. They're gonna love your personality, whether you're blind or you're sighted. So that would just kind of be my thing, that it's okay that to be blind, and
That's
because the
real.
people, the people
Right.
that
Yeah.
want to be
That's
around you
true.
will be around you at the end of the
Hmm.
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. That's
Because
true.
I'm like Fleeks. Like when I go and around my family and stuff, I'm the only blind one in my family. So, but when we play cards, I have them. I got the braille cards, but I still have them call out the number. Like you drop a
Hmm.
card, call out the number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they do it. So the fact that they do it lets me know that they want me around. So my
Yeah.
whole thing is it's okay to be
Yeah.
blind. It's
Yeah.
not a
Or sometimes they forget, and that's another thing too, is that sometimes they will forget because sometimes they forget you are blind. So that
Hmm.
I think I feel better when they forget I'm blind. Oh, my bad. I forgot,
right.
I
I love that actually.
I
six of
did
Yeah,
have
clubs.
friends
yeah,
that told
Right.
me that before. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That they
well,
forget.
Right.
we
Yeah.
forget. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they've
And so
grown up and moved away, and
yeah.
so
But I think the uncomfortable part for me is I do have to insert myself into the party, right? Into the gathering,
Mhm.
because I think my part is understanding that they really don't know what to expect or how to, I don't quote unquote treat me, right?
Right.
Right.
Do I want to be over there in the corner left alone? Come and check. Are you good? Do you need to go to the restroom? Do you want something to drink? You get that all day long. At that point, it's up to me to say something like, well, and I have done this before. Um, well, yeah, I'm good, but I'm over here like isolated. I want to join you guys and join in the party type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I
That's what you
have
have to
done
do.
that. Yeah, I have done that too as well. I think I'm just saying for me, my comfort, if I have a choice, because I am around a lot of sighted people as well, and I have to do a lot of work functions with sighted people and all of that. I they they know me and they're comfortable and they're used to me, but even I have family, I just don't like the fact that I'm treated like the blind person. I have to fight hard to make myself be considered or treated the way that they treat each other.
Right.
That's the work for me. I don't want to work that. I'm here to have fun. I don't want to work hard to try to prove that I'm like you guys and I can be a part of what you guys have going on.
And I feel that's what the invisible weight is that feeling of I have to work to feel like I'm just an individual here like everyone else, instead of seeing like, oh, okay, you got a blind, like, for me, I go around my sister and their friends and be like, oh man, I did not realize your brother was blind. I'm like, okay. And now I hear people in the corner over there like doing their little whisper like that. Hey, look at him move.
Yeah.
Like he over there
He's
moving.
amazing. He's amazing.
So it's like, you gotta
have you ever just popped off on somebody and said, I'm blind, not deaf? Because I've had to do that.
Yeah, I've had the moments. Yes, I've had.
I chose to do that.
What gets me to that level is when somebody be like, "Well, what is he having?" That's what gets to that.
Yeah,
that's what gets me there. Right there. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like I can't really speak for myself, or
Yeah.
No, but I've had that moment. I'm at this location. I'm just hearing them talking. Like, look, I could really hear y'all over there. Like, it's, I just came here to chill just like y'all, man. I'm just enjoying myself. Y'all really want to talk and have a conversation, we could do so, but y'all don't really just have to keep whispering about your boy over there in the corner. Like, that's not what this is, And so it's like having that type of thing. And even, so that's what I felt when I read that post about the visible weight and, that type of thing, just having that, making that eye contact and having that type of
that stuff we can't do, and we can't do
those clues, and that's what that's what it is.
But do you kind of feel that we are more attuned to the vibe in the room, and
do you feel like the energy
and also the pauses people take when they speak, and the rhythm of speech, because I feel like that's very telling as well.
I think we have to be more aware on certain things because they can see facial expressions we can't see facially, so we have to
so they be giving them and we can't see them. So like so I remember showing up at a parent meeting when we first moved here, and I sat down in the parent meeting. Only a few ladies were in there, and they were talking about some play we were putting on for the kids. And what are we going to do for the drums for the play? And I was like, oh, hey, I have a couple of hand drums at home, and I bet if we ask the other moms, they probably have some too. And the whole room got quiet, like somebody like a record scratch, like.
The blind girl spoke.
Like, did she just suggest this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which it sucks, and that's the thing. I have you guys ever had people do hand gestures around you?
Yes. That's part
I've had to, and they're sitting there and they're pointing to their eyes, and she can't see, or they're pointing over there. I mean, I had to tell some friends, like, can you guys quit talking, like, because you're talking about me and trying to say, but you're not speaking, but yet you're talking with your hands, so that I don't get it. But I feel it. I feel the movements. I feel this.
That's part of it, right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are just things. All right, guys. So what are the tips?
Yeah, I was about to say, what do we have to do what do we do to, not
what are
feel
some
that
suggestions we can come up with? Because there's got to be some, and I know there's some.
I mean, I like what my man said. It's really your personality. Sometimes you really just have to know yourself and kind of just put that smile on it and just put yourself out there. Just breathe. Like, all right, let's go, and just like a salesman.
Yeah, I actually have tips. It's not for us, but it's for our sighted friends that might be listening, right? And that's just the inclusivity factor, right? Include your blind friends if they're there. Like, don't automatically assume they don't want to play cards or play dominoes or play the game or have a drink. Like, make sure that you invite them and include them so that they know they do feel welcome and want to be a part of whatever's going on. Because I think that's another part. People just automatically assume that blind person doesn't want to participate because, well, they can't see. Why would they want to play?
Mm.
And I think
Right.
that sighted people need to know it's okay to ask us, because we probably want to play too, and if we don't, it may not be because we're blind, just
Yeah.
because we don't want to
Might
play.
not be interested,
Right.
real talk,
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
having an option of being included,
Yes. So
That's what you
I
want.
just think that is, and for us, I think also we need to speak up for ourselves as well. And that may not be in the moment. How about before we even get to where we're going? Like we know where we're going, right? We automatically do. Even if
Right.
it's a text or a phone call before, hey, I'm coming, and don't just put me in a corner nowhere. I want to be included in the festivities. If it's family, friends, or whatever, let's how about we be proactive? Like, yeah, I'll come to your little thing. And this is me, because I don't like going to sighted people's stuff, right? And this is for fun. I have to do it for business and stuff. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about social fun gatherings,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'll come, but don't be making me feel uncomfortable or like I'm an outcast. And that might spread the, oh, come on, I'm not going to make you feel like that. Come, and then now they're aware. Now, when they see me sitting over there with nobody speaking to me, or I'm looking a little lost, they might say, "Go, I'm over here. Come over." It just loosens up the tension too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of like what you said too, though, when you said that you be like, "Hey, I want to join too," because like you said, communication is
Yeah,
a big part of it too.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and
Yep.
then if you have some type of anxiety or fear about it, maybe try to put, like Fleek said, put yourself out there a little bit more into
Hmm.
those situations so you can get more comfortable around
Hmm.
Exactly.
sighted people.
Yeah, get used to it. Yeah,
Yeah, that way you can kind of learn, because some blind people have different quirks and stuff that are specific to blind people, you
yeah,
know,
right.
but
Hmm.
those can be you know grown out of, or you know um
Taught. I think
taught,
you're
Yeah.
referring
Yeah.
to
untaught too.
me. You're
Yeah.
referring to social awkwardness,
Not even
and
just that, but
there's
like
like
some blind people can be rocking, or some blind people have their hands in their like
and that's
face
a
all
that's
the
a
Yeah.
time.
that's a
Yeah.
that's socially
The the,
awkward.
the
Oh,
tendencies,
okay.
right.
Yeah, that is socially awkward. So you have to, those are people that have not been around a lot of people sometimes. I
Right.
mean, and that need to know that it's not now that thing right there. And listeners, if have it, please feel free to, but the rocking thing, I still have yet to see what, because a lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of blind people do that. And I don't think it's a medical reason why it's done, but I have yet to
It's a
figure out.
self-soothing thing that
Right.
I've learned about recently because it's a self-stimulating thing. Some people call it stimming.
Yeah. Okay. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, because and here's the thing.
I can see
I've
that.
noticed it a lot more with people who have been blind all their lives.
Me too.
Yeah.
You
Oh
too?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
Yeah.
noticed I've
Yeah.
noticed
Yeah.
that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
but
and,
that's
and
because they start young and they never get told
told
or
not to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
corrected, or whatever the word is, to not do
Well,
it.
And
I
it
guess they
becomes a
figured,
condition. This is
yeah,
what a
well,
condition
I
to.
guess they
Yeah.
figure Stevie Wonder does it, so it must be normal, right? So
I mean, hey, Ray Charles he was rocking in the
He's
movie,
always got
so
a song in his head. That's probably why.
yeah, that's what, yeah, so exactly. So, but yeah, and I think too, and another thing, you guys, I think when not all of us are the same on those social levels or on those maturity levels, and some blind people, even though they may be the same age as me or the same age as you, maybe sometimes there could be other cognitive issues
Hmm.
that make them a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit
Yeah.
different. And
Yeah.
maybe the sighted people that come around has been around one of those people prior to, and so they don't know that you're on their level, because that's another thing. Sighted people automatically think blind people are not on their level.
Yeah.
Mentally,
Yeah,
yeah.
mentally
Yes,
for sure.
mentally,
Hmm.
And that's
exactly.
then that's where you have to,
You have
advocate
to
for
show them.
yourself, or
Yeah,
you just got to speak up.
yeah.
Yep.
And they don't think you can hear too. That's why they yell at you
Oh,
all the time,
that's
because
fun.
they think you're
Man,
deaf too. So,
yes, yeah.
not that there
And
are
it's
some
okay to
that
speak
are.
up.
And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I kind of enjoy about being around sighted people, is that like you said in the beginning, I'm an advocate for the blind community.
Yeah.
Every time I
Yeah.
step out, you know.
But
You
okay.
Yeah.
sound like you're a good advocate.
Yeah, no, he does. But here's the thing, Jamal. Honestly, um, are you in the mood to educate and make aware
All the time.
24/7.
Yeah.
I think
That'd
Like
be my
by
issue.
me
everywhere you
doing it, I
go.
think that naturally does it just by me being there in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can rock
Without
with
me
Uh-huh.
that.
even having to turn on or turn off anything, it just
Yeah.
by me naturally being there amongst these people,
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
naturally kind of puts me
Right.
in their face. So now these people that never been around a blind person, they've been
Yeah.
around me, you know. So if I'm
Yeah.
what they have to think of or kind of reference, then I'm okay with that.
And it gives them a different
Yeah.
perspective, like
Yeah. It
especially if they
does.
haven't been around it. So
Hopefully.
I
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes,
Right.
Reannn,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully, right.
Like a mug.
Yeah, because I always say that, and you guys know I work, very closely with our community, and I'm an advocate. I do all that, but I am not gonna lie. I don't want to educate every single moment of my life. Like there are times when I just want to be in a social setting and enjoy my time and not have to advocate and educate people on that. My education is going to be go Google it. You Google everything else, go Google, because it just gets so frustrating and it just builds up and builds up, and maybe by the time I get to that, 10th person, no, this is not an educating moment. I don't care. Leave me alone. And so now my attitude has changed in the response to how they're
So
coming
they're
at me.
different. And so I
Yeah.
get that point, but then sometimes it's like we have to do it just for the greater good, because
Yeah.
I've been around my sighted friends, and then they've had like another friend who's never been around us, and now they just see me, and
Yeah.
now they're trying to explain,
Yeah.
what I deal with, and like, nah, my boy just blind, but he still do that. I'm like, hold on, all right.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
you go ahead and talking about it, let me go ahead. You really just, educate my boy, because I don't
Right. Yeah.
need y'all trying to give wrong
Trying to,
information. Then
yeah.
y'all trying to
Yeah.
talk from my, my perspective, and you really just can't. You haven't been in my shoes, so sometimes you kind
Oh,
of forced
that's a
to do
good
it, but then
point.
you just,
Yeah.
you just got to get out there and just let it be known.
Yeah.
Right.
That is a
And
good
just by
point.
you being in the place, it's already a positive.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome. All right. Well, Reannn, I don't think we gave a few tips, but I think, you know what? At the end of the day, you guys, this is our journey. We gotta figure this out. And sometimes there's nothing that can be said. It just has to be done. And in that
Yeah,
moment, we're going to make it happen.
it's okay. Just take a
Well,
breath, breathe on it.
it does comfort me to know it's not just me.
You're not
Oh, for
It's
sure,
not
alone.
for
just
sure.
you.
You're
Not at
not
all.
alone.
Not at all.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I love about this podcast and about, just spreading the awareness is because there's so many people out there that I thought I was alone. You just proof right here. You thought you were alone. I mean, we all think we're alone in certain situations and certain times of our blind journey. So we are never alone. I figured that out. So.
Nope.
For sure, for sure.
All right, y'all. Well, the time has come for our roundtable to say goodbye. I just want to thank
Man,
you
such beautiful
so much.
discussion though. Like
Thank
real
you.
talk.
You guys have been great. I love it. And I hope that our listeners have gained some new insight, not only from, Sy and Fleeks, but from Reannn and
And
Jamal as
Jamal.
well.
Hey, that's what
So,
it's about, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
It's perspective from everywhere. We want a lot more of y'all to come sit down with us, and we're gonna talk about different topics like this. And this, you know
yes.
what I'm saying, get into the vibe and the groove, and let's do it, man.
And
Once again, y'all.
we invite all of you listeners to come to the table as well. So
Real
let's
talk.
do that. So before we say our goodbyes to our wonderful guests,
Real.
let's see. We just want to give y'all the opportunity to give a little bit of
Drop
last
something
words for
good
our
for us, man.
listeners. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Jamal.
All right. Well, first, let me thank y'all for inviting me to sit down at the table. The chairs are very comfortable. They got the seat warmers. They got
Hmm.
very comfortable,
Hmm.
cushy
Yes,
chairs.
Talk about it,
Talking
my
about
yes,
man.
make
Yeah.
you comfortable, don't want to leave, kick your feet
Yes,
up,
yes.
indeed.
type of vibe. So thank y'all for sure.
You're very welcome.
But my thing would just be, no matter what we go through, man, we got each other, and we gonna keep going, and we never gonna give up, and no matter how bad it get, man, we just gonna keep one foot in front of the next foot, one cane in front of the next one,
Yes,
Yes,
no
indeed.
matter what,
yes.
keep
Yes,
going.
man.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you.
that strength, man, for sure, for sure. Big
Yes,
love.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And our Miss Beautiful Reannn, you got something for us, mamas?
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're
It's an
welcome.
honor to be able to sit at the table, and to every other blind person or visually impaired person out there, show up where you're appreciated. Don't waste your time on people that aren't going to appreciate you, and
Mm,
show you that you're
Ooh,
welcome.
real talk.
And
yes.
you're not everybody's cup of tea. You're champagne.
Man,
That
Yes.
beautiful.
part.
I love
Thank
it.
you. That was great.
Mm, mm,
Great.
mm.
Bubbly.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Yes.
Bubbly.
Yeah,
Pinkies up, baby.
bubbly.
Hey, we got prestige, y'all. Yeah, yeah.
Blind table talk, yeah.
Welcome to our BVI Community Seat. We're happy to entertain a segment with y'all today. We really appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna let our beautiful Sassy jump in here and introduce our lovely guest that we have sitting down with us today.
Yes, yes. Thank you all for joining us this week. We have great guests for you. I would like to start with introducing you to a wonderful woman. Her name is Melva Henderson. She is a author. She is a writer, a playwriter, that is. She is a mother, a dear friend of mine. Welcome to the table, you all. Melva Henderson.
Thank you so much for this introduction. Thank
You're
you
welcome. You're
both for
welcome.
having me at the table again. I feel
Again.
privileged, honored.
Yes, we always love to have you here at the table with us. So glad you could come and share the exciting news that you have going on. Before we jump into a couple of your, endeavors that you have that I'm just so excited about and so proud of you for, why don't you give a little background and tell us a little bit about you?
So, a little bit about me. Of course, I am a mother. I'm also a wife. I have a little fur baby. Also, now my fur baby has four, so we're trying to get rid of them.
And your fur grandbaby too.
Yeah, I have grandbaby.
Grandmom. Yeah, fur, okay.
um, I am working part time, but I also full time take care of a nonprofit. I am so happy and excited about. Great things are coming up. I am an author, writer, producer now, which is super exciting. But most of all, I am a woman of God. So
Mm,
I'm
Yes.
here.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That was beautiful. Real talk.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you just to name because we didn't, but I do want to give a shout out to Living Beyond Limits.
Yes,
It is
indeed.
a
LBL.
great organization, and
Beautiful.
thank you so much for what you do with that organization and the services it provides to our BVI community.
For
And
sure. Big
then
salute.
yes, and then a little about your visual impairment.
I have a little vision. I have an optic nerve damage, which is caused by pseudotumor cerebri. And I lost my vision back in 2007. It's hand motion in my left eye, and I have a little in my right eye. So I can see you, but I can't make out details. So say your name, boo.
Okay, so awesome. And then before we get into the play, please tell us about your book because you are an author and I know this is your baby and it's something that you are proud of. So just tell us a little bit about your book.
Okay, I'm excited. This is a project that I have been working on for a long time. I started with the whole process and the thought process actually when I created Living Beyond Limits. It was, of course, it was ladies living beyond limits, and it trans into a full 501c3 nonprofit. But as I was doing all of that, I was actually taking notes, I was journaling. And as I was writing, I was wanting to just really make it one of those things. And it was actually, funny thing enough, the book is now called Can a Blind Person? Yes, yes, we can. But before that, it was actually called Seeing Me for Me, which we'll get into. And it all goes full circle. When I tell you everything is divine and it really is a part of my personal journey, but more so what God has placed inside of my heart to do. And so I'm super excited because I'm actually working on faith
Mm,
and as a believer. And I'm excited about that because I know it's God. And it takes my personal, everything that I said out of it because I can't do it alone. It's one of those situations
yes.
where it's not just about you. You know, yes, I'm a part of a blind community, but I really, really wanted to share stories. And so the book, Can a Blind Person, because I've heard so many people, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do that? And I'm like, yes, yes, I can. I can do that. But the thing is, we do it differently, right? And so as
Hmm.
I was, writing and journaling, all of those things really put into perspective for me. And I was like, can I write a book? Can I do this? And so
Mm.
everything that I'm doing now, it was something that I believed, but it took some time to get there. And I had to learn how to adjust my vision and to make sure that I'm able to give back to a community that I love and that I really cherish and that I want to see win. So that's what this book is about. It's a self-development book. It does talk and share a lot of my personal stories, but these stories are not just mine. I've heard them from other people that have experienced the same things I have experienced. And so I wanted to write it and I wanted to share this book and really give this to my community to give them an opportunity to know I may be down today, but I can figure this out. I can do this. And to know that they're not alone. We all are going through some things in our lives and we can do it.
Absolutely,
Real talk. That's
absolutely,
what it's about.
absolutely. And
Need that strength.
too, some of the things, and that just what you said about not even believing. There's some things that we may not believe that we can do ourselves, and so the only way to figure that out is to try it ourselves. And I think that's one of the things that I like about the book, and is that yes, you can, even though you may not think you can, but you
Hmm.
But
can.
you really can. Just gotta
Yeah.
Hmm.
put yourself to it.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And here's the thing, like we do it different. Like
Yeah.
people, can you read a book? Yes, I
Yeah.
can read a book, but I'm
Mm.
listening to Audible. I'm
Yeah.
listening to it,
Right.
and I'm still getting the same information. I'm able to take notes, but I type it up because I'm now listening to my screen reader. So it's a
Hmm.
lot of things that we, don't realize I can do those things.
Still do.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
Real talk, real talk. Man, so, we got you leading in our community, organized leader, author, and now we're writing plays. Like, talk to us more about that too.
The play is called Seeing Me for Me, which is actually a section in the book. Can a blind person? Yes, yes, we can. Seeing Me for Me is truly a personal story of what I experienced as a woman, as a Black woman, as a woman with a disability, blindness, and all of those things. So when I lost my vision, I felt like my life was over. I went through a traumatic event with, losing my parents, also going through a domestic violence relationship with my kid's father. And so I didn't really know how to share that. I would write things down, but I would cry. I was so like in this space in my head to where I didn't truly think people would understand me. And I felt like it was so much that people wouldn't believe the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still a lot I hadn't really said. And I was just like, how do I say these things? How do I really? Because I didn't see it, and I kept feeling like my life was over. So, seeing me for me is about identity, it's about friendship, it's about love, it's about having peace. Because I met so many people through my journey that really helped lift me up to become the woman that I am today. And so I was able to see myself through the experiences. I was able to see myself through, the change that I had to make. And the real, all of it is the belief that I can do this. And so that's what seeing me for me is about. The friends that went through this journey with me and was like, Melva, you can. Let's do this. Let's go here and let's try this. And so I had a group of people that I to this day love and I cherish. And I met these people and I'm like, ah, it's so beautiful. Like it's one of those moments
Hmm.
to continue to go, and you God will place those people in your life. You're gonna have some bad people, some things that's gonna happen, but you got to know how to pivot. You got to know how to understand and really to what makes a difference for you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing about it is I get it when you say, how do you tell this story? How do you share this with others? Because whether we as individuals believe it or not, our story can resonate with so many people that are like us, that are going through it or have gone through the stuff that we've gone through. So it's so important to get that story out, because when others hear those, like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. There's others out there who can relate to what I've gone through, what I've been through, or what I'm going through. So I'm glad that you actually, figured out a way of how to share your story. So kudos to you for that. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. It's healing. It's
Yeah,
about healing, you know.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, with that being said, why don't we go ahead? You have brought some ladies to the table with you, and they are the cast of the play. And I would like for you to introduce the lovely ladies, please. Who are they?
Yeah, so we have Erica Kress. Oh my goodness, we are BVI besties. That's my blind visually impaired bestie. I have two best friends that I have and met in high school. Actually, one in eighth grade, but Erica and I we met. Oh gosh, I think I was probably like 2 months after being blind.
Mm,
We met at the Braille class here in Dallas. We both were learning how to read Braille. Funny
mhm,
enough, we probably still don't know how to read it. But at the end of the
mhm,
day, she and I were in that class and we just connected. And that was back in 2000, I want to say 8, maybe 2009. And
mhm.
that was right around the same time I was losing my parents. So we became really good friends. We lost, contact for a while, but we came back like nothing has ever been missed. So I love
Yeah.
her. She is such a beauty. And yeah, so I want to introduce Miss Erica. She's going to tell you more, but yes, this is my baby. I
Yes.
love her.
Welcome. Welcome to the table, Erica.
Hey, hello, and hola, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. If you guys were in person, I'm already bringing my blind Betty Crocker treats to the table. So
Awesome, awesome.
I literally have some brownies and coconut macaroons in the kitchen, y'all. I'm serious.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, that's
Yeah.
great to say. Tell us a little about you, Erica.
Yeah, like Mel said, we met in Braille class, and we both have been on this BVI journey together as women who we weren't born blind, but now just trying to live my most fabulous life. I lovingly and endearingly call myself Blind Latina Barbie, but I'm not plastic, y'all. I'm for real. I have to, Barbie can probably eat all the macaroons and brownies, but no, I got to get on the treadmill after I do that. I'm a college grad and housewife and dog mom, and I always say that I'm the LBL cheerleader and blindness advocate, and I'm excited to get back in the classroom. I finally got back on the payroll, y'all.
Mm, go
As of
ahead,
last,
girl.
thank you. Yeah, as of last Thursday, I'm doing a little part-time gig, and I am in the disability world and being an advocate for all of us in the disability world. So yeah, representing for us and our
Awesome.
white canes, y'all.
Yes, we need
Yes,
that so much.
yes.
So thank you for that. So, okay, so now let's little about you. What are your thoughts and feelings about the play and being a part of the play and how does that affect your life and impact you and your goals? Because we can already hear your
Mm-hmm.
passion for our BVI community and sharing that awareness and that love. So how has this impacted you?
Yeah, I am all girl, but I am a tough cookie and I never cry. But I had just come home from a weekend at a blind conference and Melva had emailed us the script and I literally just called her and I was like, oh, you be, because you just made me cry. Like, I'm like, I'm sorry. I love you. But, again, you just made me cry. Because you can say that. She don't say those words, but I do. Um, but yeah, it was just so many of the things I had seen and witnessed and the things that we've heard and the stories and the journeys of everybody's stories are in these words on the script in this play, and we're going to bring that to the stage. And so it's an honor, and even just going to different BVI Zoom call support groups or having lunch dates with my blind gal pals. It's just, I keep telling them, oh my gosh, so and so said that, and that's like that's a line in the play, you know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah. So
relatability, right? I
it
mean, it's just
is.
for everybody, for all of us in this community, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many little parts, the lines that we're saying that could each be its own little quote or bumper sticker. I guess we need a white cane sticker because we don't have cars, right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Right.
there's so many lines that are just, oh my goodness, yeah. Or people could say it's a
Awesome.
teachable moment for the sighted world. But yeah,
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Exactly.
just honored to be a part of it and to be bringing, our stories to the stage. So yeah.
Yes. Well, we are glad that you are a part of that. Thank you so much, Erica. And thank you for coming
Yeah,
to the
thank
table.
y'all.
All right. So who do we have next, Miss Melva?
We have Miss Ariana Dewberry. So it's so
Awesome,
funny because
awesome.
she and I, we actually met. We were doing, oh gosh, it was a speaking engagement together, and she sent a message, and I don't think anyone responded. And I just texted her on the side, and I was like, "Hey, when you get a chance, call me and let's talk about it." Something like that. But I can tell you, consider her as my little sister. I love her to pieces. She's is such a bright light. When I tell you this baby be shining, she shines. And I appreciate her because she actually really just gave me more motivation because I was like, I love her energy. She just, it's in there. And I remember, she'll tell you about this. And I'll call her one time. I told her, I said, you know what? You're doing such a great job. I really just appreciate who you are. She's bringing all of that to the table. And she's like, "You're going to make me cry." I was like, "No, but you are." And I think sometimes we as a community really need to show up for each other. And so I want to
Hmm.
say thank you to both of them because they are showing up for a project that I wanted to do and they're helping me bring it to life. So welcome, welcome, Miss Ariana.
Yes. Welcome, Ariana.
Hey everybody.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome to the table.
So,
Yes.
Ariana, it's funny because again, you said that she made you cry. Like Melva, you've been like they both have said that you've made them cry. So that's the trending thing. You're making these girls cry, right? Because
But
that's how.
crying is sometimes, I know, right? Sometimes crying is people thinking it's bad, but it's
Yeah,
good.
so I know, and both cries sound like great cries, so that is good. So Ariana, beautiful. I will just say too, I've had the privilege of talking to you, and I've met you, and Melva is so right. Your energy is just awesome, and you empower me as well. So, well, with that being said, please tell us a little bit about you and who you are.
Yes, I'm Ariana. I'm from Dallas. I professionally go by Professor Blindy. So if you're not sure, or you've been calling me Ariana on social media, that ain't me, but that's me. But yes, I own the business Blind Intelligence, and it started off as an inspirational merchandise brand. I now I am marketing it as a personal brand because it's literally just me
Mhm.
displaying my journey with blindness. And
Right.
for a long time, especially when I lost my eyesight, I was 19 turning 20. I also have pseudotumor cerebri, like Melva. And yeah, I was lost and I didn't have a starting point. I was like, well, what do blind people do?
Right.
How do you
Yeah.
get through this? And that was the driving force for me starting my business because I wanted to be the representation I desired to see. And as
Hmm.
I became more immersed inside of the blind community, I found people who are like, "You're the representation, you're the representation, you're the
Hmm.
representation. Like, you get a car, you get a car."
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm like, so happy to finally come across somebody like Melva. I told her she'd be making a thug cry, and thugs don't cry.
Mhm.
But she did because I was at a, I go through sometimes like a seasonal depression just because a
Right.
lot of things have happened, and I've only been blind for 6 years, and
Mhm.
so she called me telling me all this good stuff about myself, and I'm like, girl,
Mhm.
please, because I just tell myself I ain't nothing. And you
Yeah.
over here telling me I'm doing all of this stuff. I'm like, I ain't made no impact. And she's like, no, girl, you are. And I'm like, The dropping some tears.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes others to help us to see that we are making a difference and we are doing something because we don't see it ourselves. But I'm glad that she was able to help you to see that you are making an impact.
Yes.
So, okay. So that's about now tell us about your experience and your thoughts and about the play and why it is important for you and just the thoughts that you have, the impact that has made on your life.
I feel like this play is the representation and awareness. All in
Mhm,
all, it
mhm,
it displays three different women and their adjustment to blindness and where they are in the setting. Um, Three different people from three different backgrounds, and you're kind of getting a sneak peek into. Sometimes people don't post on social media, I'm having a horrible day adjusting to blindness today.
yeah.
But they see the post, we're like, oh, I went and did this. And it's like, no, on the back end, when we around our other BVI friends, we like, let me tell you, how y'all feel about this? And it's
Mhm,
like us actually having natural conversations. A lot of the script is like, we had this discussion before. We talked about
mhm.
this. And so like Melva and Erica said, like these are stories that's been highlighted through natural conversations, but now we're putting them on a stage in front of people. So it just makes me feel good that I'm a part of such an impactful project like this to be the representation and also spread the awareness and give people an
Yes.
inside look on like, hey, although we're smiling, these are some of the conversations we're having in our head, or these are the conversations we're having in the background.
Right.
Real
Right.
talk. That's beautiful.
It is. It's not always an easy journey. It's not,
No,
you know.
it's not.
So I'm glad that you guys are able to share that because we all struggle. We all struggle.
In many
S-
different forms. So it's good that you have this out here like this, for sure.
Yeah. Yes. So, okay. Well, we have met the cast. We've met you three. And so, Melva, when can we see this? When we want
Yes, indeed. Because this is
to.
sounding like what? This need to
Yes.
be out there.
Yes.
The play will actually be performed March 1st here in Dallas, Texas. That is a Saturday. It's going to be at Arts Tillery. The address is 723 Fort Worth Avenue. And again, it's on Eventbrite, so you can purchase your tickets through the link.
And we will also have the link here in the description for you all to just click on for easy access.
Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all hear this, man? It's in Dallas, baby. Let's get out here and support this play, man. Like, real talk, this is a wonderful, impactful thing that needs to be spread around. So let's go support this beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have a question though. Okay.
Yes.
Because I mean, I will be there. I know that. However, I do know that it is not possible for some to attend that are, maybe on the other side of the country. Who knows? So, is there plans in the future to have this available in other forms or plans for you all to take your play on tour? I mean, I know that's, could be not possible, but it's something that
I
could,
would love to see
yes,
it in
yes, you
Houston.
can.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
exactly. So, I
yeah.
mean, what are your, because we don't want to just this one play and then people, in California can't see it or, so maybe video. What are your plans for that?
It will be recorded. And so you'll be able to see it, and it will probably be streamed on either YouTube or have a couple of platforms that are available for that.
Nice,
All
Um,
right.
nice.
Well, let's not
Big
forget
salute.
that's what this is for. So,
Yes, indeed.
listeners, if you know someone or
That know
someone
someone.
that knows some
You
exactly
feel me?
in the Dallas area that would be
Spread it
willing
around, baby.
to help out for a very positive cause for the Miss Beautiful Melva Henderson, reach
That's
out.
it. What she
We're
need.
looking for maybe a Zoom tech
yes,
something for
a Zoom
Zoom and
text. Yes.
yep.
Zoom
So a
Tech.
Zoom
Hey,
tech,
there
somebody,
we
come
go.
on now.
Come on
Let's
with it.
share, spread
I
the
know
word, share
somebody
the
out there with
news.
them services. Let's
I
get
know
it.
Yes.
that would be. Listen, that will help a sister out. Okay.
Real
Yes,
talk. Real
exactly.
talk.
Yes. So, well, I am so just thank you, ladies.
Man, y'all make me smile so hard. I really appreciate y'all just coming through, sharing, you know what I'm saying, the everything that y'all doing.
Yes,
Like
we
beautiful
are.
Melva for sure, for sure.
Hey,
Yes.
But
We
Yes.
didn't mention our character names.
oh, but we were to, yes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, girl, and then we get to the end almost, and almost forgot.
oh,
I
my
did
fault, my
forget
fault. And
about
how
that.
shame. I should have, yeah,
Oh
I should have been
no.
on point on that one. Go
Okay.
ahead, drop it on us for us, ladies.
Okay, so let me tell y'all. So I introduced the cast, but I want them to introduce their characters. So here's the thing too. So stay tuned again because March 1st the play. But I also am going to drop the book on March 1st. I was gonna have it as a surprise, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys. So it's going.
Oh,
Ooh,
Nice,
we didn't even know
nice.
that.
What?
BTT
yes.
exclusive.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
What?
Yeah, look, surprise, surprise. We
So
love it.
March
Y'all heard it
first.
here first.
You
Real
heard it here
talk.
first. Everything is happening, and it's such a movement. Because when I tell you, sometimes you have to get in that creative space, and you got to move, baby. When God is moving, and He's moving, and
Yes.
I want to make sure that I'm intentional with that move. So, I want the ladies to introduce their characters, and I'll go first. I am, of course, I'm Melva, but I am playing the character BJ. BJ to me is a reserved. She has been through a lot in her life, and she's really feeling herself and coming back in full circling because she has a lot of things that she wants to do. She have a family that she needs to take care of, but her blindness, she felt like put her in a compromising position. She's been through some things, and she has found her identity through these ladies of friendship because they have helped her navigate some horrible and some situations. So she's feeling herself. She's coming back and she's having that energy. She's getting some of that from one of her younger cast members. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Miss A Rihanna introduce her character.
Yes.
So I'm Justice. Justice is an ambitious but sheltered church girl. And she ready to break free. She trying to go experience the world, maybe catch her a man, go to the she Justice got a lot on her plate. She ready to get out there. So that's Justice
Yes.
for you.
Ooh, I can't wait. So, church girl, Professor Blindy. Okay.
Real talk, real talk. Hey,
All right. Well, thank you,
Ye-
Erica.
Yeah, my character is Melissa, and she is a female Latina from San Antonio, and she's a glam girl, and she probably has like the glam cane, if y'all know what I'm talking about, the blinged
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's ready to do her O&M training in her heels because she may have feel like her blindness has compromised a little bit of her confidence, but she's not going to let it break her spirit. She's, as Justice said, she's bringing sexy back, and
hmm,
she's going to get back out there. She's going to get back into the job field and in the dating world, and she just wants to be herself and be a woman again.
Mhm, mhm.
Awesome.
awesome,
Not far
awesome.
from you, Miss Blind Latina Barbie. It
Real talk,
sounds
super
like
diva.
you.
That's
Yes.
that's
Melissa
Yeah.
over there, she should have been named Stella because she trying to get her groove back.
Groove
Oh,
back.
not, oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Yes,
I can't
indeed.
wait. I'm so excited for
Yeah,
this.
I'm
So,
definitely coming for sure.
yes, we will be there.
Yeah.
We will be there with our stuff. I can't wait to promote and share this.
What?
I'm so
Man,
just
I'm
proud for
smiling so
y'all.
hard. This is
So,
tight. This is
yes.
tight. The inclusiveness, all the above, man. This story,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes. So, ladies, again, thank you all so much for just, coming and sharing this. And Melva, thank you for
Yes,
your
indeed.
announcement. I'm
Yes,
so
indeed.
privileged to
Hey,
have that.
exclusive on the BTT table. That's what I'm
Yes,
talking
thank
about.
you. And Melva, any final words that you want to give our listeners, any of you?
Yes, I want to say thank you to everyone that's here on this call. A special thank you to the cast members for putting up with all of my phone calls, my late messages. Let me tell y'all, just it's a honor to really have people that will support you in this way. And so giving back and celebrating this moment on March 1st is really exciting. I'm nervous about it, but I want to encourage you guys, if there's something that you want to do in life, go for it. Believe in yourself And I say this a lot now because I feel like, and you guys can quote me on this because this isn't new for me. You have to see you, be you, and believe in you, and God will take care of the rest.
Say it,
And
girl.
so,
Yes,
all of these
yes.
things that was placed inside of me, it's because God gave it to me, and now that I'm allowing it to, grow and flourish, you gotta water it, and then there are some people that are gonna help, nurture it and things like that, and He'll put the right people in place. And so, at the end of the day, Saida and I, we are friends. This is my girl. I call her. I be like, "What do you think about this?" And we just and I love her for that. I love, having Erica in my life. Like, I really came across some genuine people. And you got to know when to let other people go when they're not a part of that journey. And
Oh,
God will give
yes.
you that energy. And so be mindful, be respectful, and be transparent. And I would say, keep up the good work. And yes, we can. Because can a
Yes.
blind person? Yes, we can.
Yes, you
Amen.
Yes,
can. Real talk, real
yes,
talk.
yes, ladies. Thank you all so
Man,
much. Thank
Thanks
you.
for
yes, indeed. Really
having us.
appreciate
Yeah,
y'all. For sure,
thank
for sure.
you.
Blind table talk, yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, the time has come for the end
Damn.
of our show. I
I just want
know.
to keep going. Like,
I
I could talk
know.
with the man.
I
Yo,
know.
big
We've had,
salute.
I
Big
know.
salute. I could talk to them all day.
Yes. So remember, everything that we've discussed. Well, mainly, the links that I want you guys to take advantage of to find out those unanswered questions about these new DEI, BCDEFG, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
man.
Y'all know what we talk
Take the
about.
proper step. Do your
Yeah,
research.
step on those, click on those. But
Don't listen to everybody.
nope. So, but I do want to, we do have our announcements also. Our BTT Awards
Y'all know what we're working on.
nominations are coming in.
What?
I love it.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, let's get these flowers now, baby.
Yes, BTT Awards. It's on the website. Click on the BTT Awards link. You can nominate. If you need some help or want to go the easy way out, email us and we'll send you the information.
Talk, and we'll try to send y'all some stuff and break it down. Yeah, but it's 10 categories, y'all. 10.
Yes.
So let's get out here, man. I know y'all see people out here doing these things, ran into some organizations, but like, you know what? I really just want to show some love to them.
Yes.
This is a way to do it, baby. Let's get it.
Yes. And don't forget about the dating game, the BVI dating game. Our next show is getting ready to come out pretty soon. So
about to mix it up for y'all a little bit.
Yes, yes. And we're still
taste the chocolate, little vanilla, strawberry.
So we're also still accepting applications for that. So if you want to come to the show and be a contestant,
come get down with it.
Have some fun. I mean, we're not.
It's a free meal.
Yeah.
If anything is networking, look like
hello, meet a friend, meet new people, just have some fun. Or you might meet the one, you never know. Right?
So I'm gonna turn you on. Let's get it. And also, let's not forget about our game that we have coming out. Do you know that artist? How well you know it? It's gonna be for prize, y'all.
Sing it to win it.
You know what I'm saying?
The name. Yes.
Send your artist in, and we gonna pull up the top songs from it. And we're gonna play that song, and you just gonna rock it out. You never know when the song gonna stop. Let's go see how well you know your artist.
Yes, and you can win money. Yes, win money. Every song you know, you get paid for. So
let's go. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Again, keep an eye out Facebook, our Facebook group, and just all the things that we have going on, and check out that email list as well. So
yes, indeed. Big salute to all of y'all, man, that came through tonight and sat down with us. Appreciate it. Big love. And we love our listeners. We appreciate y'all and support. Shout out to Mind's Eye once again.
Yes.
Hey, let's get with it, y'all.
Blind table talk, yeah.